Here we have our Swiss stage formatting to divide us into equal divisions that will be used later on for the playoffs and the round robin. We have a very exciting matchup today. West Virginia Club Overwatch Blue and Mac'N'Cheese. Two teams that have been seen before, a lot of familiar faces. West Virginia, of course, has been competing for years now. I believe that they were here at the inception, and they do have a championship under their belt. And Mac'N'Cheese coming in as one of these higher level teams that the Overwatch Seasons community is now welcoming in, as this tournament is open to all ranks. So we have been seeing a lot of high ranked teams here. Now, hoping for a very good match today. West Virginia coming in as the underdog, but that does not mean that they are not hungry and ready to show what they got. CTH, what do you think here? Second match, so how we feeling after that first one?
And earlier it was such a well played match by Permafrost taking down Vixen, and very convincing 2-0. And we'll see here again. I mean, it's been a trend with the higher tier teams having the decisiveness needed to take these maps, but I mean, we can only really see how it plays out once we actually get it in.
Absolutely, and I completely agree with that. Those teams just have a higher level of understanding, but West Virginia trying to make the bid that they are that higher level team, and they are able to make those decisions as we are ready to hop in to Servasa. Definitely an interesting starting on Flashpoint, but definitely going to be a very good time, as we know, a very fast-paced game.
And Servasa definitely been a favorite among teams so far. I can't blame them. It is a pretty nice map, but new junk, not getting any love.
Yeah, we haven't seen that yet. Maybe we'll see that as we go out throughout the week, and some other things, but just very excited to get back into some competitive Overwatch. Definitely going to be a good time as we hop in to the first map here. Now, comp-wise, we saw a little bit of the Orisa. Will we see it again?
We did see one Orisa pick so far, and it was from the lower of the two teams, surprisingly.
Yes.
Yeah, you'd think the higher ranking teams would be more into the meta comps, but so far they've preferred more, I think, like more JQ Rush type comps. I think both times we've seen it played.
Yep, definitely. We'll see what West Virginia comes out here with, and with what Mac'N'Cheese comes out with here. Definitely going to be some interesting stuff. Ooh, and just like that, our predictions are somewhat correct. The higher team opting for that JQ Rush, but West Virginia coming out with a little bit of a brawl.
I love it. I love the Reinhardt.
Yeah, we'll see how Manta is able to dismantle the Rush composition with Pure on tank.
You see a pretty standard comps here, yeah. I feel like. The Rush comp from Mac'N'Cheese, a little bit different to the ones that we saw last game. We have Yoon and Jack on the Sojourner Soldier, Pure obviously on the JQ, that's what the comp's about, and then the Kiriko, Lucio.
Absolutely, we'll see what happens here. Manta getting in there.
This is a perfect start for WVU. You want to be able to hold this corner. You want them to have to walk into a Ryan Sim Reaper.
Absolutely.
Looks like first cap might be going over to WVU. This is Manta slowly poking with some fire strikes. Not really a lot of armor available for Team Mac'N'Cheese, so those fire strikes are going to start building up pretty quickly if you can get them down.
Absolutely. I mean, and no pick so far as West Virginia hops in.
You're getting really low. We'll make it out alive, but look at the ult charge available for this Ryan. Oh, big flank from Jack. Actually, will pick out Street Racer, but the Shatter's already online for Manta, and it's gonna come down early. Big Shatter. Won't be able to pick up the Kiriko, but the tank is down. However, Jack and VD on the flank, managing to find all the picks they need onto WVU, and will take the cap over. WVU already got 46%.
Absolutely, and I mean, you only expend that Shatter, and now you're going to be fighting into some heavy ult usage here from Mac'N'Cheese, but we'll see what they're able to do. If they're able to go pretty fast, they might be able to win this fight. I mean, you're seeing a lot of good stuff, but they just need to be able to deal with those flanks coming from Jack and Viddy.
We'll see. Walking in again, decisiveness needs to be there, and it's right there for Mac'N'Cheese. The Kitsune Rush and the Visor coming out. Fire Strike window shuts that down right away, and a big charge onto Pure. Make sure that WVU will secure this big advantage. What a beautiful window there from Wolf Dragon.
I mean, that communication is just on point. You got to think they've been practicing that for a while to be able to pull that off. And Vinny going down late, that's going to be a little bit of a stagger, especially with how fast these point ticks go.
Yeah, a stagger like that could end the game if Mac'N'Cheese does not decide to go back in quick enough. Already at 70%.
Absolutely, and with Manta halfway to a shatter. Now they do have a lot in the realm of ults, but we'll see how they use them.
Jack got pretty scarily close for a second. We'll back up in a Yoon with a big fake onto Wolf Dragon. The beat comes down to counter the Rampage, but the Ryan is already super low health. And the beat coming down for Mac'N'Cheese just makes sure that no one will really recontest, and that honestly might be first point going over to Mac'N'Cheese.
Yeah, it might be, especially with 77% on that first point, but they got it to 99, showing that they are competitive and in this. We'll see if they give this one up. It looks like they will, and just going to focus on regrouping and going to the next point.
Yeah, the decisiveness needs to be there. Jack's already taken off. I don't know if he knows where the second point is, or if he's just hoping. Sending it. Looks like he was maybe going back to spawn?
Yeah, maybe looking for a change, but Manta getting caught by the attack team.
Isn't that WVU spawn? Oh, where's Jack going?
I am not sure.
Wherever he's going, he's got a massive flank now, but the rest of his team is stuck in the 45. He can't get there fast enough.
I agree. But now you have Yoon popping that ultimate. We'll see if Jack is able to hit the flank. Oh, he is!
Jack catching up with the rest of Mac'N'Cheese and WVU right in front of him. As the pressure in the front line from Yoon with that overclock actually made it very possible for Pure to just walk in, access support, and then walk out. And then Pure is just on a rampage to the lines of WVU.
Absolutely, and it looks like they're going to have to take a full reset here and just hope that they're able to hold that. I mean, Jack just running a marathon to get that flank, but it ends up working out in the end.
This is really, really well executed from Mac'N'Cheese, making sure they all stayed safe until Jack was able to get a clear sight line on the back line. But now, WVU coming back in with a lot of ultimates, but again, it's Mac'N'Cheese opening it up, and Jack finds two with the visor. I knew comes out, only able to find one on the RKO, but Jack finding two or more to compensate. Unfortunately, Manta will not be able to hold on, and that is a 5K for Jack.
Huge play by Jack there, and you saw them try to do the Fire Strike window, not with the same result as last time, as they reached 70%. Looks like they are going to try and touch here again. Now, the only ult that Mac'N'Cheese has online right now is that Rampage, but that Rampage can go really big, especially without the support ultimates on the side of WVU.
Not even a cleanse to save them from this Rampage, but the Blizzard comes out already. Will split Mac'N'Cheese, won't catch anybody. Pure can very much go down here. That's the ult gone for Mac'N'Cheese, and now WVU looking to take control of the point. RKO, unable to make it out. Weeby, not able to make it out either. Yoon just gotta go ahead and die on point to reset with the rest of their team.
Absolutely. I mean, they have a good amount of time, as WVU does not have any prior percentage, so they're working from the bottom, but they do have a shatter and a beat coming online, and it looks like they'll be going against really just the JQO, unless RKO or Yoon can build up their ults very, very fast.
And that was a great fight from WVU. They now have the beat to counter that Rampage. Does not come out. Delgado didn't get the final percentage they needed to build that out, and the shatter goes wide just to put the cherry on top. Ooh, that's so unfortunate for WVU. The beat was just not there in time for the Rampage.
It is. I mean, you were down by 2% on Haas's beat, which is really unfortunate. As we move to this last point, you hope that WVU has something left in the tank to change it, as Quicksand hops over to a Genji, and Manta switches over to a Monkey. Complete comp change.
Can be a little bit dangerous running Monkey into the JQ rush.
Absolutely. We'll see what.
We'll see.
Maybe they are just very confident. Yeah.
I mean, confidence is what you need, especially on Flashpoint when these points go over so quickly. Not too many ultimates available. Beat for either sides, and then Yoon has that overclock. VD will come up on the Kitsune pretty soon after, so ult advantage quite securely is in Mac'N'Cheese's favor, but VD finds a pick on the Wolf Dragon, and the ultimate not even being needed to cap this first cap of the point. My words are failing today.
Interesting beat there by Haas. You gotta wonder what was kind of the thought process there with your tank already down and you're already down a support that's on their way back. Seems like a little bit of a waste, but RKO also having to beat in response.
Maybe a little bit of an overreaction there from RKO. I don't think the beat was super needed. Honestly, they could have just waited and then maybe staggered members of WVU even longer. But either way, beats out for both sides.
Absolutely. But now you have Vidi meeting Wolf with a Kitsune rush when Wolf Dragon's only at 50, and there it comes.
There comes the Kitsune Visor yet again. Will it be another 5k for Jack? Looks like he's just running around trying to clear the point of this Tracer. Street Racer actually getting the better of Jack. That Visor going almost completely to waste, but 2 picks have come out for the side of Mac'N'Cheese.
Absolutely huge boop there by RKO, able to save Pure. Here comes the blade, gets one. Oh, and but they don't touch. And
the idea was good, but the JQ, not exactly the target you want for a blade, and no one was able to get on.
Absolutely.
First point, going over to Mac'N'Cheese.
Yeah, and I mean, despite the 3-0 there, you saw a lot of good things from West Virginia. You saw some just... You saw some really good stuff, and I mean, Mac'N'Cheese just, I feel, was able to. I honestly really think it comes down to ult usage in that one. You know, like they were able to use their ult effectively. I mean, aside from maybe the RKO beat at the end there, but I mean, I was just really happy to see how they were able to use their ult effectively and correctly. I mean, that Kitsune Visor was just something that was out of this world.
Yeah, a lot of fights, even being decided without ults. Sometimes it would be Jack, sometimes it would even be Vidi on that Kiriko, as we saw the third point, opening up a pick onto Wolf Dragon on the Kiriko as well, and then the fight was just over from there. Yeah,
I mean, it's just really nice to see, but I mean, West Virginia coming out in that brawl comp, able to take some good percentage. Like we said, they got it up to 99 on that first one. I believe they got it up to, I don't know, something like 87, but it's definitely something that you like to see, and there's definitely some hope here as we move into push. We will see what West Virginia wants for their map.
You're definitely not down and out if you're WVU.
And I mean, this is a good sign for things to come throughout the Swiss stage as they're able to perform at this level against a team that is better than them in respects to ranks. If they're able to hang it here, then they should be able to do well in their respective division. As we will be heading to New Queen Street. I don't believe we've seen that map yet. I think actually out of the 3 matches that we have casted, it has been all 3 push maps.
Yeah, all Esperanza mainly, and then with a little bit of Coliseo like we saw earlier today. But New Queens, I don't think I've ever casted in my time casting in Overwatch Seasons. This is a first for me.
Absolutely. I mean, and we hope this season to be given a map 3 so that West Virginia would be able to come out on top on here so we can go to control. You know, I'm dying to see a control map.
Yeah. Flashpoint and push, fun game modes, but casting them over and over and over, you hope for a little bit of variety.
Absolutely. I mean, come on, give me some Antarctic Peninsula, give me some Oasis, give me something.
Not Oasis.
Oasis. I'm not even sure what the map pool is. I probably should. But as we go in here, we're just waiting for the R's from all sides. Looks like we are R.
Also, a leader in this season to look forward to. King's Row is in the pool, and I think we all know what goes down on King's Row at this point.
Everybody is so happy. Oh boy, I cannot wait. We're gonna have a fun time with that one.
Absolutely, but now we're on New Queen Street. I, again, have not seen any teams play, so I've not casted any games on this map, so I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they run, I'm excited to see what strategies they use. I'm excited for the match.
Absolutely, me too. I mean, you might see some more of that monkey from West Virginia. This map does kind of lend itself to that, but you also expect to see that junk from Mac'N'Cheese. So we will see what the teams end up going with here. Definitely going to be some interesting stuff.
Pretty much the exact same as we saw earlier.
A bunch of the same, but we'll see if any of them decide to change their minds at the last second. But I highly doubt that. West Virginia seeming very comfortable on that Reinhardt composition. And I mean, Jack on that soldier has just been really, really good.
Yeah, after such a strong showing from Mac'N'Cheese on this rush comp, I mean, we're not surprised that they're sticking with it, right?
No, not at all.
Little change up. Street Racer now going over to the Ashe. No Mercy Pocket available. But I think the Ashe can get a lot of value, especially with nothing to really shield, or maybe a cleanse can come out from VD, but then use your cleanse. And that's something you really want if you're running the rush composition. Now, both teams trying to take control of the brain. RKO finds Street Racer.
I don't even know how that happened.
That went down.
Pure goes down.
Way in the back. Pure goes down. West just out the gate, and it's not who you think it would get picked.
Absolutely. I mean, West Virginia seems to be in control. Quicksand getting dangerously low.
Jack on this flank yet again. The backline menace on the Soldier 76.
Yeah, it
looks like WVU, and now they have to back off.
And it looks like it's just a little bit of a blind spot for West Virginia, as they have just been repeatedly getting beat on that backline flank. We'll see what they're able to do here.
Dragon's a little slow. You don't have to run the Junker Queen, you just have to be faster than your Baptiste, I guess. And he'll go down to the big railgun from Yoon. Really unfortunate second there, but Street Racer,
Jack.
You get to pick. Now your backline's safe from the hands of Jack.
Manta just going in.
Manta's going in, but he does not have a Baptiste with him to keep him alive, only the Lucio, and Pure knows it. He wants the kill on this Rhine now.
So low, but Manta
Lamp
escape with his life.
Lamp from Wolf Dragon goes, I think, through Manta, and won't be super useful to him, but Team Wolf stabilized. They do have Wolf Dragon back in Pure.
Nice pick.
Down the finish off from Delgado.
Absolutely. I mean, really impressive stuff there. Pure now with 2 deaths, and it's not even 2 minutes.
Yeah, Pure definitely caught unfortunate situations, but Yoon, another pick onto Quicksand. These off angles, Mac'N'Cheese is just so good at creating pressure from so many angles, and WVU has a hard time dealing with it. Now 2 DPS ults from 2 different angles. Yeah. There's 1 shield. Street Racer getting caught out in the middle of the street, and Jack trying to get in this Reinhardt's face. I would be careful. That man still has a hammer.
Absolutely. I mean, you might have a visor, but that man does have a hammer with a rocket attached to it, so you might want to watch out.
No return kills will come out for WVU though. Ultimates are very much online. 4 ults available.
Yep. Now they're gonna have to touch if they don't want to give up close run. That's exactly what they'll do. Early ult
again. Jack again. The Street Racer's down. Fortunate shatter and a rampage. Only catches Delgado, but that's all they need. Kitsune making it quite easy for the DPS of Mac'N'Cheese.
Absolutely. I mean, definitely some interesting stuff there. Oh, you see Manta switching over to the Orisa, but with Pure just kind of securing that fight uses that rampage. But I mean, really good stuff. West Virginia still with 3 ults online, and Quicksand approaching slowly that soldier ult. Manta early down.
Backline once again safe for a little bit. Bob and Beat coming out. Bob is going for a marathon way in the backline. The Beat coming out from RKO to make sure no one on Mac'N'Cheese gets caught out, and Pure fighting for his life on the bots. Will go down eventually. Delgado and BD following soon after. It's like
absolutely. Yo, but Yoon gets the pick. That's gonna be pretty bad for West Virginia, as they need to be able to win these early fights. They're not gonna have their Ashe to do so.
And with early spawns, of course, being online for Mac'N'Cheese, this recontest, the 4v4 or 4v5 actually, is very possible. Jack, once again going to the backline. Let's see what Delgado will try and force him out of position. A little bit of an attempt there, but...
As we see, West Virginia try to deal with Pure on the point, but he got both healers on him.
Lamp
getting
from
dangerous
Wolfdragon. Manta in it.
Big.
Quicksand now. Quicksand's had enough of this soldier in his backline. He's going
Absolutely.
after him. Will find the pick onto Yoon as well. Another big trade. These tradeouts, you can't have this happen when you're trying to get a solid lead.
Absolutely.
These trades coming out for,
and it feels like
for Mac'N'Cheese.
It feels like West Virginia is getting the picks, but they're just not capitalizing on them, and it's giving Mac'N'Cheese the chance to do something like this. We'll see what they're able to do.
Well, big Terrorshades could cut off the opening. Won't find any picks, but Jack is forced out a little bit. We'll go back up top to get the effect from that Kitsune, and Yoon is now out here with the overclock. Street Racer, fighting for his life, will not be able to escape. And Mac'N'Cheese, very much in the driver's seat.
Absolutely, and I mean, like we said, they were Mac'N'Cheese was down 2, and West Virginia had all 5 members and just was not able to capitalize on what they were trying to do. You need to be able to capitalize when you get those important picks, especially when those picks are the tank and a support.
And those, look at Jack over here.
Absolutely.
Ready, he's gonna wait for his team to engage, and then it's over for the backline WVU. If they don't deal with him, Street Racer's sussed it out. He's had this happen one too many times.
But he loses one.
He Rampage at the front line, decimating WVU. And of course, Street Racer unfortunately losing the duel to Jack, and now the cleanup is all coming up blue.
Absolutely, and I mean, they only have to use one ult there, and you expend the beat on the side of West Virginia, so they're going to be coming into this essentially dry. Only the BAP wall to save them. We'll see if they're able to deal with it.
Bob also not too far off for Street Racer here. Also an Ana swap. Delgado has gone over to the Ana. Of course, the Lucy, you don't really have to reposition as much when you're fighting just outside of spawn, but the Visor beat coming in again. Jack finding 2 picks on the DPS of WVU, and Wolfdragon gets picked along with Delgado, and it's just Manta and Bob holding on to the point. Bob runs out, and Manta is stuck in spawn. Quicksand able to make the point a little bit on the Tracer. Manta now pushing their Risa. Once you get Arisa on the point, it's very hard to dislodge her, but there's no healing available for him. VD will pick up the kill.
Absolutely.
You went down Delgado, but
all of West Virginia so low. Quicksand goes down. And you gotta wonder, is there any hope left? Wolfdragon will try to touch, but she will not be able to, as that is the match and the map. Very good stuff here from Mac'N'Cheese and West Virginia alike.
What plays those were? Even when they were down on ultimates, the decisiveness to press Q, go in, the engages, the Kitsune rushes, the beats, the visors. It was perfect. It was a very well played from Mac'N'Cheese, and it definitely gave him such a massive advantage in these 2 game modes.
Absolutely. I mean, it was just really good stuff, and I think we both know who our MVP is going to be.
I mean, if it's not Jack, I don't really know who it is. Jack is a backline menace. The backline of WVU had no peace with that Soldier 76.
Absolutely. So we'll see if we can get Jack back in here. Okay, we're good to go. Hold on. Jack, congratulations on your MVP status of the match. I mean, we got to talk about the flanks. You were just all over the place. What was going through your mind there? I mean, you were really taking advantage of it.
I was just having a great time, honestly. You know, if you're not flanking goes hard, you know?
Absolutely. I have to ask, on Savrasa, you basically ran a marathon after first point. What was going on there?
I don't know that map too well, honestly. I got a little lost, I think, if I recall correctly.
All right. Well, still amazing stuff. So very happy to see you and your team doing well, and we wish you the best of luck and congratulations on MVP.
Oh yeah, wait, one more thing. I gotta thank the corn or something like that. I don't really know the context too much, but
okay,
something about corn.
Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Oh goodness gracious, those guys. Like we said, a lot of familiar faces in there. But As for CTH and I, that will do it for the night. Thank you so much for joining us and possibly joining us for both matches. I know that there is another match tonight, so be sure to tune in. Good night, and thank you, everybody.